This is a baby anaconda, and this may be one of the coolest things that's ever happened to me in the 35 years that I've been breeding snakes. That's right, we had a baby anaconda born. This baby green anaconda is the first baby green anaconda that I've ever had in my entire career, and this has been a kind of milestone for me to eventually produce. Now you guys remember we were trying to breed Aries and Ivies, and we were super excited about it. Well, you guys will be a little bit surprised here that Ivy did not have babies. That's right, and this story actually started last night. So we're actually open here tonight at the Reptarium, and guess what? Our male anaconda, Aries, happens to be eating something kind of interesting. Now, of course, you remember that I didn't understand why Aries and Ivy didn't breed this year, because they both look like they're about the same thing. Well, guess what we found? We found Aries actually having infertile ova. That's right, these are infertilized babies basically. So Aries is not a boy, it is actually a girl. And this is the interesting part. Aries is actually eating the actual ova. And that's what females will do when they have infertile ova, is oftentimes eat the ova. It gives them nutrition, but you can see what's happening here. Absolutely wonderful. Something you're not gonna see very often, but I'll tell you what, I cannot believe my male anaconda is a girl and she had a bunch of infertile ova. Take a look at this. Absolutely insane. Never thought I would see that in my entire life. I guess I should have sexed that animal out and made sure that it was a male when I got it. When I was told it was a male, I just assumed it was, but obviously it definitely wasn't. It looks like she's looking to eat another one. It's really truly amazing how Mother Nature works, right? So basically what happens is oftentimes when a female has infertile ova, rather than just wasting that infertile ova, they will actually ingest them and eat them just like Aries is doing right now. That just gives them all that energy that they've expelled by being gravid for up to 3 to 5 months, right? So it's really cool. And then Aries literally took one right out of my hand. It was absolutely an amazing experience. What a cool thing to witness. So just after we opened up, we actually noticed that Aries was producing some ova, which number one, blew me away because I always thought that Aries was a boy. I was sold him as a boy. My mistake to not actually sex him, but because of his size and everything else like that, I should say her size, I just figured that she was a he. The fact is that we started to see her having ova, and then it was so cool to see her not only having ova, but then of course eating that ova. That is an amazing thing. And in nature, it's really cool, right? That they actually won't waste that, right? They're gonna have ova, they might as well put it into nutrition. It's not gonna do anything, so they actually eat it. That was an amazing experience, but that wasn't what the craziest part is. The craziest part is what happened next. To be totally honest with you, we just expected Aries to have a bunch of infertile ova because again, it was just 2 females and Aries has never been in with another anaconda other than Ivy that's a female. And then we noticed a baby sticking out of Aries. We were completely blown away, and sure enough, Aries had a live baby. This was something that we never thought was going to happen. I didn't think Aries was a female, obviously, so I didn't expect even infertile ova, but to have a live baby, a virgin live baby, was absolutely incredible. It's called Parthenogenesis. Absolutely a rare occurrence with an animal like this. What an amazing thing. And to actually see her give birth to that animal was something that I just never thought I would see. Wow, we have a baby green anaconda being born right in front of us.
Jay, what do you have?
Hello, baby anaconda.
So, baby green anaconda. I cannot believe that Aries had a baby. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, how did Aries have a baby when Ivy's a female, he's a female? There's something that's actually called parthenogenesis. Parthenogenesis is basically a virgin birth. It's reproduction from an ovum without fertilization, especially as a normal process in some invertebrates and lower plants. So like I mentioned, it's a virgin birth. Aries here, which doesn't look very happy, is actually a mama, and she's like a virgin mama here. So the interesting thing about it is, number one, we have to start feeding her up because I cannot believe that that size anaconda could actually have several ovum and a live baby. And you saw how big that baby was. That is absolutely incredible. So she is going to one day be as big as Ivy now that we have to really put the food to her. And then the second thing is, obviously, it's no longer Aries, right? Aries, you're a mama. Can you believe that? So we need a new name for Aries. Let me know in the comments what you think a great name for a beautiful female green anaconda that we thought was a male. Now it's just crazy. Now I'm on the look for a male anaconda because now I have 3 female anacondas. Of course, Ivy, Aries, whatever name that's going to end up being, and then of course we have Verde. So we have 3 female anacondas, not to mention with Parthenogenesis, they're little clones of the parent. So now we actually have 4 female anacondas. Is that crazy? Now I'm not sure that Lori's going to let me keep it or not, but it is absolutely incredible, and it is so cool to have seen this experience. One of the coolest things, I can be honest, that I've ever seen, ever in all the years I've been doing it. I cannot believe that we actually produced 1 baby live green anaconda. I looked around the enclosure a little earlier just to see if there was a chance she could have had another one, but unfortunately it was just 1 baby. But hey, I'm not complaining because that's 1 more baby than I expected. I certainly thought Ivy was going to have babies, and here it is, Aries has babies. How crazy is that? And good morning, everybody, and welcome to the vlog. I hope the start of your day is absolutely incredible. Obviously, my day is absolutely amazing. If you do me a favor, go over to REPTILEARMY.com, join the Army. That's right, be our foot soldiers. You know, join that movement. You know what it's good for. It's good for US Ark, and it's good for educating people about reptiles. REPTILEARMY.com. So just so you guys know, this is what an infertile ova is. It's basically a flesh mass that was supposed to form into a baby, but it's not fertilized, right? When it's not fertilized, it's just kind of a lump. Think of it like an egg, but not with the shell, right? This is the infertile ova, and this is what Aries, or whatever we're calling her, was actually eating afterwards. So she ate the vast majority. She left a couple of them behind, but other than that, she basically, as she was actually dispelling them, she was eating them at the same time. One of the weirdest things in the world, but isn't that freaking cool? I absolutely love, I mean, it's such a weird thing. I can't believe this is even happening. Lori, I know you're going to be excited about this. What is it?
Shut the hell up.
Isn't it crazy?
I did not believe it was true.
It's true.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Isn't it wild?
Is it mean as hell?
It's a little nippy.
Yeah.
But look at it, looks healthy as could be. Tongue is flopping.
Okay, question. Did you sex it?
It's a girl.
Oh.
So we got to keep 1 more girl.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
No,
we can't get rid of our first baby anaconda.
We can.
This is a special baby. This is a Parthenogenesis baby. We got no choice but to keep it. 4 female anacondas aren't bad.
It's not good.
She just has a little bit of umbilical, so be careful.
That's just insane.
It is crazy. Isn't it wild?
That is crazy. I don't even, that just doesn't even make any sense.
Oh, she just tried to bite you. She likes you, Lori.
Yeah, no, yeah, you can go.
All right, so there it is. So add 1 more anaconda to the lineup.
To the website.
No.
I'm gonna try, just very carefully, grab my hands. Oh, there you go. He'll eventually calm down, or she'll eventually calm down a little better. She might feel a little better on her web. So it's also important to remember, guys, especially here in where we live here in Michigan, there's not too many spiders that are harmful to us as humans, especially if you don't go out of your way and messing with them too much. Now this is, like I said, I'm moving him because it's better that he gets to a place that's better, that's more just safer for him. He'll get plenty of bugs over here on these eggs because there's a boysenberry tree over here, so it'll probably have all kinds of bugs he can eat. Natural habitat, right where he belongs.
One thing about reptiles that have live birth is right after they have that live birth, oftentimes they're pretty nasty. They are definitely upset. You know, I don't know if it's because they've been off of food for a while. I don't know if it's the fact that they've just been through labor, but you can tell here that certainly, even with Ivy coming over, Aries is definitely upset about it, or whatever we're going to end up calling her. The fact is that even if I went in there right now, there's a good chance that I'm going to take a bite, so I have to be a little careful. I'll probably give her a couple days and then give her a nice big meal. And typically after that nice big meal, they actually calm down, because I've actually had snakes that have been super tame that have had live babies and then have bit me as soon as I'm trying to take the babies out. So we'll definitely give Aries a little bit of space. Now you may think that Parthenogenesis is some rare thing in all animals. The truth is there's some pretty special animals. Take for instance these mourning geckos right here. These guys, believe it or not, only produce with parthenogenesis. That's right. The entire species only produces in parthenogenesis. And what I mean by that is that, believe it or not, every single mourning gecko is a female. That's right, there's no male mourning geckos, only female mourning geckos. So you can see in here, they'll lay eggs all over the place, and they'll just continue to reproduce. That's why it's so easy to breed mourning geckos, is because you're actually not breeding them, you're just putting them in an enclosure, and when they get to size, they'll actually start having eggs all over the place. Now those eggs, they always lay in pairs, and they're really hard, and they adhere to the side, and then they end up hatching out little tiny babies. But it's just so interesting that there's an entire species that is parthenogenic. And believe it or not, it's not the only species. There's other lizards that have the exact same thing, where there are no males in the entire species. I mean, how crazy is Mother Nature, right? I mean, it's crazy. I mean, listen, I'm glad that humans need males, or Lori would get rid of me for sure. There's no doubt about that. The point is that mourning geckos are cool, but it is much more rare for animals like anacondas to have parthenogenesis for sure. But we just got a baby anaconda, and I am over the moon happy about it. Hey girl, how you doing today? Interestingly enough, Lucy once actually had a parthenogenic clutch. We didn't breed her that year, and she ended up having 2 eggs that were fertile. Now, both those eggs went full term, but unfortunately, when we went to cut the eggs when they were at that time when they needed to hatch, both the babies were deformed and didn't live. Now, sometimes that happens with parthenogenesis as well, is sometimes, yeah, because there's not male actually fertilizing it, the animal can be deformed and not actually make it through it. So, although Lucy did have a parthenogenic clutch of 2 eggs, we didn't get any babies that were clones of actual Lucy, but it still was a really cool experience. You in a good mood today, girl, or no? She's doing really well. I love her, and we're going to feed her in the next couple days. So, again, parthenogenesis does happen. It seems to be more common in reptiles for whatever reason. Well, not every snake that was born today was a parthenogenic clutch. We actually have a clutch that was actually a yellow belly bred to a super striped spider. The super striped spider is a spider, a specter, and a yellow belly, and it's allelic, meaning that everything would either be yellow belly or specter. They have to all be one or the other. So we have 2 of these that are actually the super stripes, which are the specter and the yellow belly mix, because again, one side has the yellow belly, the other side has the specter and yellow belly. So of course the ones that have specter and yellow belly come out super stripe. Now this animal here is actually a specter ball python. They look pretty similar to the yellow belly ball python, but there is a little bit of a difference. If you look at the belly here, the bellies are always like kind of marbled on the side, a little bit yellow. Not all yellow bellies have yellow bellies, weirdly enough, but they always have that marbling or that kind of flaming up the sides. This would be another example of a really nice specter ball python. You can see it doesn't have that same belly thing, right? It's got a little bit of marbling, but nothing like the normal yellow bellies. And then we actually have one of the yellow belly and yellow belly combos here, which of course are the ivory or the white ball python with black eyes with the yellow stripe down its back. And then we ended up producing one of these, which is absolutely a ripper here. This is actually the spider super stripe, right? So this is a spider, it's a specter, and it is a yellow belly, and it's absolutely wonderful. So again, not everything's parthenogenic here. As a matter of fact, the majority of the stuff is not parthenogenic, and it happens to be normal hatch rate, just like this, and these are some pretty awesome babies. How insane is that we got a... How insane is that? We got a virgin birth little baby green anaconda. I am so excited. I hope you guys are too. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you enjoyed this video, here's a playlist. You can watch a couple more. I really do appreciate it. I also appreciate if you hit that subscription button right over here. That helps me a tremendous amount. Have an absolutely wonderful day, Reptile Army. Remember, be kind to somebody, and I promise I'll see you in the next one.